Oh, cool.
Thanks.
Thanks.
So I told myself I'd say thank you. So thank you.
So guys, welcome back to Ki-West. As you can see, Green Parrot is closed again. So if you've been following the news, you probably know that the whole state of Florida has closed down the bars. So we're on our way to go and check
Hey guys.
what's open, what is not. Again, this is only for bars selling alcohol, where you sit at the bar. It shouldn't concern the restaurants. So you can still have your drink while you have your food. It's just looking like the regular bars, so the Green Parrot, Captain Tony's, and I guess we'll go and see.
This is like deja vu.
Yeah,
Man.
it's a little bit of a deja vu. So we'll head over to Duval Street. And we already touched base on some of the things in the previous live stream in regards to the mask wearing here. I mean, the cases here have gone up considerably since they reopened the bars. So what I mentioned last time is that they have made wearing a mask, even in outdoor places where a lot of people congregate, they made that mandatory. So today they decided that it can actually be fined. So it is going to be enforced. Again, we did pretty well until people came in, and unfortunately a lot of them aren't wearing masks. And like every day we read stories of friends and people that own restaurants and bars and that have been faced with some issues in that regard. So they're having a hard time keeping their employees safe. And let me think, which bar was the first one to? So we have the bars that have been closed by the order of the governor of Florida. But even before this afternoon, some bars here in Key West have closed down, either to actual employees that tested positive, or for precautionary reasons. So we have, well, we'll see that in a minute. So the first two that shut down were?
First two that shut down were Willie T's and Shanna Key, which we heard was actually maybe just one person who worked at both locations.
Yes.
Both different bars. But the closing of Willie T's is something that I told Kim earlier today we should have predicted that the very night we did the bar stroll, the very first night.
The opening night, yes.
That the bars opened, we wouldn't even go in Willie T's because it was so crowded. So I guess we should have seen that coming to begin with.
So yeah, we had Willie T's and Shanna Key, and then we had the Roost, but they were only closing down because they had decided that it wasn't safe. They didn't have any actual cases. Then there was, what else? The Yacht Club at Stock Island. Who else did we have?
Wait a minute, the Yacht Club closed down. Same thing. I saw a guy who worked at the Yacht Club also worked at Irish Kevin's, although Irish Kevin's said they closed down because of a contractor. So they might have had two. So Irish Kevin's was closed already as well.
So it's basically been going through the bar scene, kind of. I mean, let's face it. So then we had some bars that had employees test positive but wouldn't close down.
We're so glad you came to Ki-West.
I looked at things look crazy like this.
So yeah, and then there are bars that had people test positive but didn't close down. They were like just cleaning up the place, and that pretty much all happened in the last 48 hours. And so today came the order from the state of Florida to close down the bars. So I guess we'll see how this is going forward. Some places are gonna stay open, like before, Schooner Wharf and I think Hawk's Breath as well. So if you qualify as a restaurant, meaning like 50% of your sales is coming from food, it's not applicable to you. So it's really about the bars that have live music. So unfortunately, obviously, that hits us. We just been back at Captain Tony's for what, like 2 weeks? Barely 2 weeks. I don't know, it's been 2 weeks? I don't even know.
It's been just 2 weeks, yeah. We're about to start week 3 tomorrow.
So obviously we're not gonna be at Captain Tony's tomorrow. But since we were planning a porch session anyways for Sunday, I guess we'll just do an additional little porch session tomorrow.
Guess it's back to the porch.
What else do we have in terms of updates? Oh, 4th of July, the fireworks. So the city of Ki-West has decided to cancel the fireworks for the 4th of July. Which again makes sense because pretty much everybody else here in Florida had canceled the fireworks. And I mean, Miami and Broward are two hot spots in Florida. We have a lot of people coming down. If we would have had the fireworks and they wouldn't have anything else to do on the 4th of July, we probably would have ended up with a lot of people from those hot spots coming in. So no fireworks for the 4th of July, but at this point the beaches are going to stay open. Some of the other locations have closed their beaches for the 4th of July to avoid gatherings. And so the city has decided, at least at this point, to not close down the beaches. It actually wasn't up for debate today. They were mainly focusing on the 4th of July, the fireworks, so that people can prepare. If this is your first time with us, welcome to Ki-West. We're a local streaming channel. Pretty much everything we do is live from the island. We do music sessions and updates like these, and we're headed over to Mallory Square for the sunset. Let's see how long the sunset celebration is still going to be on, or if there are going to be any changes in the coming days to that. Right now, the only change really concerns the bars. And if you've seen some of our live streams or the live stream on our first night bar hopping, once they opened the bars again, I mean, you probably understand why. It doesn't come as much of a surprise to us, to be honest. So we kind of were already ready and looking forward to doing more porch sessions to begin with. So.
Yeah, it's sad to say we're not really surprised by the situation we find ourselves in today.
Yeah. was just a question of time. It was interesting how fast it went though, because within 48 hours the bars closed. I mean, on their initiative, and then the order came in. So.
Fat Tuesday's closed.
I guess they consider it a bar.
Oh yeah.
Of course, Caroline's, and again, this doesn't concern the restaurants. And some of the bars like Willie T's and Irish Caverns had already closed down yesterday and day before yesterday due to having employees test positive. Well, this being said, technically you're still allowed to do takeaway, right?
Sure.
So the bars are actually allowed to give you your drinks and then you just walk around with them. If that is going to work out, or if that means that people are going to be crowded.
But of course that's illegal.
Yeah, but it's
Technically
Ki-West.
that's illegal.
It's Ki-West. Yes.
You can do it, but it's technically still illegal.
So they're a restaurant. Are they still open?
Looks like they just closed the bowl.
Yeah, the signs over there say everything to go. So we'll see what's going on Mallory Square. Of course, downtown is still pretty busy. No restrictions on the retail or anything. Over here, Lucy's and Loose Cannon had already closed down, as in going out of business. So they not just closed because of the new regulations. And I wanted to say hi to everybody who's watching. Hey, Jim and Shane and Ryan, and hello, Joe, Big Bear. Eddie D. Hello, Chris and Kelly Racer. By the way, Kelly Racer.
Thanks for the shirt.
Hey, guess it up. Ryan says your sideburns are kicking ass. Big roaring. That's the trim version. Hello, Sandy. End of Society is back, and Ki-Uwest 444. Hello, Angel and John. So, hey, Dolph. Bonjour, Jean-Yves. And Larry and Susan. And so nice to have you all here with us. Hello, Kyle. Yes, we are locals. Kyle is asking if we're locals.
Yes, Kyle, we live here.
Yes, we've been doing this for a while. If you go back to our channel, we've been doing this for like almost a year and a half now. And so yes, most of everything we do is based here in Ki-West. I hope I'm not missing out anybody, guys. If I missed out, hey Brian, yes, I did miss you out. Hey Charles.
Thank you, Charles.
You know what? I'm actually unsure if the Red Garter Saloon ever opened again. I don't know.
I don't know, darling. I never checked it.
You haven't? Okay.
I haven't.
Good. Thank you.
I don't know if the strip club's reopened. I don't have that information.
So the Tree Bar's closed again. So it's the pizza place next to it is still open, has been open during this whole thing pretty much anyways. So you can eat, you cannot drink. Sloppy Joes could see it coming. They never reopened. They are waiting. And of course, Rick's is closed. And here we go. Captain Tony's is closed again. But you can eat at Amigos and look at Captain Tony's.
Hey, you want to play tomorrow? We got shut down twice, Dave. We built the satellite bar. 30 minutes. Oh, yeah? Rod. Oh, we get some inside. We NASCAR shit out. Yeah, we do.
So a lot of the other bars didn't have a lot of time to prepare. Again, a couple of bars closed down just before they shut down all the bars because they had some employees test positive. Not here at Captain Tony's, but some of the other bars. And so these guys have been closing up the bar again today. It's kind of a, indeed a deja vu here. But we're not totally back to square one because the restaurants are open, the retail is open. It's pretty much the same situation after June 1st, after Ki-West opened to tourists but hadn't opened the bars. So we're kind of back to that part for those couple of days. Of course, we do have more tourists in town now than June 1st. But we will see if those guys over there are wearing a pub crawl shirt. That's very unfortunate. If you booked a pub crawl tonight in Ki-West, it's not your lucky day.
I don't think it's gonna happen. All right, to answer your questions, guys, Angel, yes, we did bring a little rum.
Yes, we actually did. We came prepared.
And Larry, we haven't heard anything about a new roadblock. I think it'd be a good consideration, but that's just my opinion.
What is kind of sad is that it was pretty easy to avoid getting to this point again. But we had so many people showing up, refusing to wear masks, and obviously that's how it ended up in the bar scene pretty quick, because I mean that's where people would just like stand in front of the bars, even if the bars themselves were doing what they could in terms of social distancing. It's just, you know, people were just grouping in front of the bars, and pretty large groups actually. So Which is why, as we mentioned before, it isn't much of a surprise for us. It's just sad that it could have been avoided, and I know so many people here put so much effort in it, and still here we go again. And just to put things in context, we don't have a lot of hospitals down here. The ones that we have are really small, so the main concern is that the local hospitals wouldn't be able to cope with any people being admitted. And obviously going up to Miami isn't really an option because they are busy themselves. So that is why Ki-West had been taking so many precautions before.
They're so dog friendly.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah.
And yet here we are. Thank you, Jeff. Thanks for supporting our channel.
Oh, thanks, Angel.
And thank you, Angel. Thank you for the super chat.
It's like this. Why are these people so close? I don't understand.
Yep, so obviously we're masking up here. The sound might be a little bit muffled. Wait, I need my daily dose of rheumatizer. The rheumatizer sponsored by our rum distillery, locally made hand sanitizer out of, do you remember what proof rum they were using? 165 or something. So they have these hand sanitizing stations all across Mallory Square here. But you know, this is exactly why we mentioned earlier that, you know, the sunset celebration might be one of the next things on the list. Because again, people, they were really good the first couple of weeks. People were really keeping their distance, and we've done several streams from here. But now people just don't seem to be paying as much attention. One of my favorite signs is back.
From this way?
How poetic. It's knocked over.
Yeah, this way. Wait, try to get the dogs. Yeah, please. Yeah.
The tiki bar is out.
Thank you, Chris.
What do you think? Shall we get a little coconut? Now that we brought the rum all the way.
Show me the coconut.
Let's see if our coconut guy is here. Thank you so much, Angel, for the coconut sponsoring.
Yeah.
Let's see what our friend over here is doing. It is a little bit quieter today than it was during the last stream. The last stream was pretty packed. So things are a little bit quieter tonight. Welcome to One Coconut Family. I like his sign. Hey, how are you today?
Doing my best. Yes, you do too.
Yeah.
You got your bodyguard with you today?
Mm-hmm.
That's good. That's good.
Woo. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Where's your little coconut? Oh, it's over here. Okay. Thank you. Yay. Shall I hold the coconut? I hold the coconut, you put the...
I was wondering how you drink this.
That's why I brought a straw. We learn, guys. We come equipped. Look at that. We brought our copper straw. And here we go. Okay. You have to hold it. I have to take off my mask before I can drink. Guys, look at that. Ooh, that is good. Yeah, this is much easier when I have Gabe holding the coconut and mixing in the rum. I need an additional arm when I'm on my own. It's very fitting. Is Mustafa playing a song about a
Playing a
coconut?
coconut song.
Could it be any more perfect? And all this to the background music of the coconut song. So cheers everybody, if you have your drink ready too. Here's to another beautiful sunset.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
In every day you can hear her shout, coconut woman is calling now. In every day you can hear her shout, get your coconut water, coconut. It's good for your daughter, coconut, 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 make you strong like a lion. Coconut, coconut like a gypsy, coconut, make you feel kind of tipsy. Coconut, coconut like candy, coconut, make you feel quite dandy. Coconut like iron, make you strong like a lion. Now. Coconut woman. Want to thank one of the twins for coming up and dropping something in the musician's basket. She didn't catch my attention yet. I want to thank one of the twins that came up and dropped something in the basket for the musician.
Yeah, this side is always a little bit quieter and we have Mustafa playing music. This is like the chilled side of Mallory Square.
I think so. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue
Oh, what is that?
and clouds of white.
Yeah, that one is new.
The bright, blessed day.
I'm not sure you guys can see
the
it
dark,
because the
sacred
sun is
night.
behind it, but we have a
And I
cycle
think to
boat here.
myself,
So I think you
what
sit
a
at the bar and you cycle.
wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky.
And it seems to be leaving from Lagerhead Bar on Simonton Beach. So it's the Lagerhead cycle boat. Interesting. They have a website, lagerheadcycleboats.com. So lager as in lager the beer.
I hear babies cry, I see them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I watch the sun set slow with a ruddy glow in the Gulf of Mexico. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I watch lovers kiss and families hug and kind-hearted tourists drop tips in the musician's jug. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Thank you. Tis a wonderful world, all things considered. This twin I was talking about. This is the twin I was talking about. 'Tis a wonderful world, all things considered. Considering that we woke up in it this morning, that's good for a start, right? We can make a difference. Oh, this must be Haley's Comet. Look at all the stars. They say, you got that right, mister, and don't you forget it, they say. Okay, this next song is a trilogy. The trilogy is 3 songs written about a common subject. The first song of this trilogy was written by a man
Well, we're
named
probably
John
not going to
Luton.
sit down. I think they
John
scaled some
Luton
fish
was an
here.
Englishman, and he was a slave merchant.
Really funny. People started to fish again from Mallory Square during the pandemic when it was totally empty. And some people still continue to do it now, which is kind of cool because it has a really different feeling to
that
it.
allowed him to navigate his way safely out of the storm. So he turned his vessel around. He released his
But it also
inland
means that we
cargo.
have fish scales
He
here.
returned to England, never again to participate in the slave trade. I'm sure you heard the songs that he wrote before, but you perhaps didn't know from whence it came. The second song was written by Bob Marley, based upon a speech that was made to the United Nations by the Emperor of Ethiopia, Haile Selassie, concerning slavery. And the third song was written by a man named Ray Chandler, who was a civil rights worker. He was on a demonstration. He was arrested and put on the work gang, and he had to clear the graveyard where his father was buried. So he wrote the third song of this trilogy. And the trilogy goes like this. First song, once again, written by John Luton, a former slave merchant who turned his life around. And it goes like this.
By the way, checking out over here, the connection over to Sunset Pier is still closed. So you can't shortcut.
How sweet the song that it say, a wretch like me, he once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
Well, it doesn't look like we have a lot of Saharan dust, huh?
Doesn't look like it.
No, I know.
Old pirates yesterday brought by, sold out to the merchant ship. Then it's up to they
I think we might still have some nice colors tonight.
But my hand was made strong by the hand of the Almighty. We forward in this generation, triumphantly.
Actually, we planned ahead, and the rum that we brought is green coconut rum from the local rum distillery. So you can imagine a fresh coconut filled up with a little bit of coconut water and some.
I might have put too much rum in it.
With a swing blade in my hand, as I walked across the land, and I thought of all the places that I've been, of this place that I call home, where I often felt alone, and the weedy grass outside that had holes my closest kin. And as I raked the leaves along my father's grave, I swore no child I bore would be a slave. And as I raked the leaves along my father's grave, I swore no child I bore would be a slave. Now don't you have to sing these songs of freedom? Okay, just before sunset, I want to tell you a couple of things. First of all, many of the songs that I sing here on the Pier at Sunset, I have on a couple of CDs, 12 songs on one CD, 14 songs on the other, studio quality sound. One of the CDs was featured on National Public Radio not long ago in a show called All Things Considered. So you might want to consider all things and take home a nice souvenir of Ki-Uwest.
Merci beaucoup, Jean-Yves,
Also, I want to mention
pour
we have
votre
a
contribution.
phenomenon that takes place here on the Sunset. When the sun still nearly sinks into the ocean, there's a green flash that occurs
So,
across the horizon.
depending on which way you tip our channel, you get those little alerts or you don't. So, whenever you tip via that rightontherock.live webpage, that's when you get the little angry taco and the flying donut and everything. The PayPal link doesn't trigger that unless I am actually sitting in front of my computer, which I will be starting tomorrow again when we do the porch sessions. So that is nice for me because I can kind of interact a little bit more with you. And then of course there is the integrated YouTube super chat.
Where my people have toiled since time begun, and I may sail on many a sea, but her shore will.
So we're figuring out a schedule on when to live stream. So we do the porch sessions. Of course, we continue to do the Ki-West updates and the sunset streams. So we had a porch session planned for Sunday anyway, so we're going to keep that one. We're going to add one tomorrow instead of Captain Tony's. And then probably we'll have 2 more music sessions on Tuesday and 1 on Thursday. And then I'll do the sunset either on Monday or Wednesday again. We're kind of back to trying to figure out our schedule. So make sure you subscribe and hit the notification button, or join us over on our Facebook page, Right on the Rock. So we kind of post Ki-West updates there, as well as the streaming schedule. To make sure you're not missing anything. What's happening on here on the island. So we'll see if there are going to be any more changes. They haven't given a timeline on how long they're planning on closing down the bars this time, so we'll see.
I hope the day will never come when I cannot sing to the setting sun. Ever letting this heart of mine sing my favorite song on this tropic island. Oh, island in the sun, given to me by my father's hand. All my days I will sing and praise of your crystal water, your shining sand. They say that if it's real quiet, you can hear the sun sizzle.
Ooh, I see the girls are getting on the flight to Ki-West. Addison and Tinley. I think, and Cameron. No, Cameron is, I don't know. Maybe she's coming. So girls, have a safe trip. We'll see you on the other side.
Oh, I heard the sizzle. I heard it. I'm the only one that heard it. Oh, island in the sun, given to me by my father's hand. All my days I will sing and praise of your crystal water, your shining sand.
So I just downloaded a new weather app that has kittens on it, but it doesn't have the actual sunset time for today. So I have a kitten, but it doesn't have the actual sunset time. It's called Weather Kitty.
With some music for an after sunset sky, there should be some nice color in the sky in the next few minutes or so with this particular cloud formation. So
But it doesn't give me the sunset time, which is about now. Again, this time of the year, the sunset is behind Sunset Key, and there aren't a lot of other locations where you can see it. If you go to the very, very end of Sunset Pier, very far over that way, you should be able to see the sunset just like next to Sunset Key. So we might be doing that during one of our next streams. So again, we will have more sunset streams either on Monday or Wednesday. And we'll have some porch sessions, live music streams tomorrow and Sunday, so you can join us, make song requests.
Every time you do, it'll bring you right back here to Ki-West.
If you haven't been with us before, please join us tomorrow, 5 till 7, island time.
It must be Haley's comment. Look at all the stars. Thank you, man. Thank you, lady, for inspiring the gentleman. Yeah, pull that cloth off of the table for me. Appreciate that. Thank you, man. Thank you, man. This next song is, thank you. The song that was recorded by Attn McBride.
That guy's really nice because he keeps giving us like giant coconuts.
How did you carry this without me here before?
I would hold it like in my hand.
It's quite heavy.
Well, sometimes I actually put it on there.
Okay, that makes sense.
And last time I just carried it around and then I put it in my bike and then I took it apart at
Really heavy to
home.
just hold one.
I know. I know.
You can chase a dream that seems so out of reach, and you know that it might never come your way. Dream it anyway.
So it is now 8:19, so official sunset time is right now.
Life don't feel so good.
Of course, the sun has disappeared behind the palm trees over on Sunset Key for a couple of minutes already. But there she goes. Another beautiful island sunset.
This world gone crazy. It's hard to believe that tomorrow will be better than today. Believe it anyway. You can love someone with all your heart for all the right reasons. And in
Some
the
of the
moment
sunset
they
tours are
can
coming back in.
Away. Love them anyway. God is great, but sometimes life don't feel so good. And then you pray, but things don't turn out like you think they should. Pray anyway. Pray anyway. You can pour your soul out singing a song you believe in, that tomorrow they'll forget you ever sang. Sing it anyway.
I see it is a little late or early in the morning for Jean-Yves, watching us from France. 2:20 in the morning. Here we go. I think we should head back via the Margaritaville Resort. See if we get some nice colors, a little bit of an afterglow. See if the Catman is there. Dominique, the Catman.
All right.
This song is a request
Let's see.
for a song from my second CD. Got to remember the kind of September when life was slow and oh so mellow. Got to remember the kind of September when grass was green and grain was yellow. Got to remember the kind of September when you were young and colorful. Got to remember, and if you remember, then follow. Got to remember tender that no one went except the window. But we remember we love her so tender that we was the first time.
Oh, my other favorite sign is there. I was actually trying to figure out who to contact in order to get one of these signs so we could have put them up at Tony's on the road. But I'm not sure who puts them up.
I got all the videos.
So they have 6-toed cats and 6 feet.
There'll be plenty of time to play music on the porch, Ryan. Tomorrow, Sunday, we've got time.
Yes. Yeah, we've been kind of planning for this. Kind of have a whole list of stuff that we need to do now that they closed down again. So we were prepared. Guys, the conch fritters are back.
You know what, Larry? I never looked into whether I have to have a permit to be a street performer. I'm pretty sure I do.
Here on Mallory? Yeah, you do. Yes.
Pretty sure.
A picture of us.
Sure.
Oh, I hear Little Mermaid music.
Oh, you got my. You got it. Never mind.
Guys, we are at Margaritaville Resort after all. Fins to the left. Where's the fins to the right sign? They're all to the left.
Fins to the left. Fins to the left. Fins to the left again.
So you're basically running in circles. You're turning left all the time.
It's a feeding frenzy, but only to the left.
Nice and quiet on this side.
I'll be in your video forever. I just did this, I promise.
So we're gonna head over to the famous corner of Greene Street and Duval Street.
Is that where we go?
That's where we go.
Show me. Where do we go?
Well, not to a bar, huh?
Nope, not going to a bar.
Guys, if you're just joining us now, Ki-West and the state of Florida has closed down their bars again. This only applies to actual bars, not restaurants that serve drinks or liquor stores or anything. Oh yeah, that was fun. We actually saw the some of the local liquor stores extended their hours. Literally an hour after they announced that the bars are going to be closed, so they all like on special time. Extended hours opening, I think like at 10 in the morning until midnight or something. So yes, this just concerns the bars, restaurants and liquor stores, etc. are still open. Some of them with extended hours apparently. And some places like places that are like bars slash restaurants, like Schooners and I think Hog's Breath, they are still gonna be open. It's really just to avoid people kind of congregating around the bar area, and it's much easier in places that have actually seated areas and tables where people can go and sit down, take off the mask, and then you're basically far away from each other. You can do whatever you want. No bottlenecks. And I mean, a lot of the bars are basically just the actual bar space, so it was way more difficult to have people keep their distances. are there? There's like a whole bunch of cats over here. 1, 2, I see 5. Oh, somebody gave them food. Ooh, maybe we'll have to bring cat food for our next sunset stream.
Now she's gonna feed chickens and cats.
Now I have been told that we're not supposed to feed the chickens. Yep, pretty quiet over there at Tony's. A little bit of a deja vu here.
So I guess we'll be seeing over the next few days how this pans out with the tourists and with the required face masks, which are now required whenever you can't be further than you can't be 6 feet apart.
Even outside.
They're required everywhere now.
And they can.
And they're talking about fining.
Yeah.
And possibly even jail time is a possibility. I doubt they'll hand that out.
If they had been doing that from the beginning, we probably wouldn't be here and looking at closed bars again, but hey, here we go.
So I don't know when we'll be back in here.
Of course, it is still a little bit different from before because the restaurants are open. Amigos here has all their new chairs and tables out. Sloppy Joe's never reopened because I guess they knew what was coming. They didn't think it was safe enough. So Sloppy Joe's has been closed the whole time and never reopened, so they weren't part of the bars that had to close today. Captain Tony's was. A lot of the places like Willie Cheese had already closed down before because they had some employees test positive. And again, we're talking about places that are just bars. I see the green room over here is closed too. But we'll keep you updated. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you get those notifications, hit the little bell, or join us over on our Facebook page, Right on the Rock. We post some additional information over there. We're gonna leave you with the famous corner of Greene Street and Duval Street.
And I'll see you guys on the porch.
We'll see you on the porch tomorrow. Take care. And hope to see you soon.